Welcome back. So it has only been a few days here since a deadly tornado hit London, Kentucky. But now people are facing the possibility, sadly, of even more dangerous weather headed their way.
Well, Fox's Chelsea Torres is live this morning from the town of London, Kentucky. And Chelsea, man, this is just a 1-2 punch. Are these folks ready for more storms?
Absolutely, and it's starting to get more gray out here. It's definitely heavy cloud cover. A lot of people are telling me that they are going to be on high alert. They are on high alert already after what happened to their neighborhood. You can see what behind me. These two cars look like they were just in a war zone. There was a home behind here that's completely gone. A home was right here. That is now gone. Of course, you can see crews in the background trying to clean up as much debris as they possibly can. We also know that the National Weather Service has said that their radio weather alerts will be down until tomorrow for most of Kentucky, and so that's mainly just because they have a mandatory computer software update to do, so people need to find other ways to get their weather alerts. And really the past few days people have been trying to salvage anything they possibly can, going through ripped furniture, piles of debris of a home that once stood there. I did speak to one brave little girl who told me that she was in her home in their basement with her family when the tornado came through and tore up her home. They were able to save as much as they possibly could yesterday, and they put it in storage and boarded it up in case another storm comes through today. But she described to me what it was like being in that basement right after alarms on her phone went off.
And my uncle, my dad was rushing down to the basement, and everything just started hitting the window. And eventually the last thing hit the window, and everything just caved in. I could feel Pap holding me down to try to hold me down.
Ellie and her family made it out with a few minor injuries, and they tell me they are just so thankful that they are alive. And then down the street, the Combs family also kept family and friends in their basement. They say they laid on the ground and took cover under a piece of furniture. After the tornado passed, both Carolyn Combs and her husband rushed outside to help their neighbors.
Initially you think, am I really hearing somebody yelling? Am I really hearing this? And you are. And I called him, and the call went through, and he said that it's really bad. And he said, I am actually pushing houses off the road. He's like, please pray that I do not push a body.
The stories that people have told me these past few days are things that will never leave them. They say that their lives have forever changed. And one thing also that the governor of Kentucky had mentioned in the past couple days is that because of this new possible storm coming through this area, he wants people to understand they should not be standing out where there is debris or any damage, because as these strong gusts of wind come through, it could be very dangerous being near all of this debris. Again, a lot of officials are warning people to make sure that they have other kinds of alerts on their phone since the NWS radio alerts will not be working. Ty, Celeste.
All right, Chelsea, a quick question for you. As so many of these families are getting ready to possibly deal with another movement of these storms through, how are they preparing? Where are they going for help? And are they leaving those cities and all their belongings for safety?
A lot of people have told me they're going to rebuild, and they're going to do the best that they can to bring back what they once had. A lot of people don't want to leave their community. Now, as for now, they're staying with family members. I know that some are staying in hotels, temporary housing, just for the meantime. But for the most part, everybody tells me that they are going to rebuild. There's so many volunteers that have been out here the past few days, hundreds of volunteers, helping try to clean up what they can. And a lot of people have said, we're going to make sure that we have another home here again. So again, as of right now, I think it's a lot for people to take in. It's been so overwhelming. I keep hearing that word a lot, but I know that nobody wants to leave this town.
All right, Chelsea, hopefully this next round of storms not as devastating. We appreciate your live report this morning. Thank you, Chelsea.